Alright my friends, so today we are going to talk about the drip marketing of version 3.6, who we are going to see and how hyped we should be for it, and I would love to hear your opinion about it in the comments section below. Now before we start, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell beside it to stay notified with everything new about Honkai Star Rail, and without any further ado, let's just get started. So first of all, there are 3 different characters that are left for Amphorius. If they do more, then that is something else, but from the characters that we already know about, there are only 3 left. 2 of them are the Unkown Chrysos Heirs that we see basically in the Golden Epic, and the last one is basically Cyrene. Some people are saying that Cyrene is not going to be playable. That is just so wrong. Cyrene is just literally the definition of the hype of the characters, and she is definitely going to be playable. So these 3 characters are going to be the characters that we are going to see in the upcoming 2 version updates. Now, in my opinion, the characters that we are going to see in version 3.6 are going to be the 2 Unkown Chrysos Heirs, because we did go through all of the Chrysos Heirs in basically in every single version update, and we didn't get anyone outside of the Chrysos Heirs. So therefore, I believe that they are going to put an end to all of the Chrysos Heirs, and then they are going to basically go through other characters. So since in version 3.5 we are getting Hysilens and Cerydra, who are 2 of the Unkown Chrysos Heirs as well, but now they are known. We are going to basically get in version 3.6 the other 2 Unkown Chrysos Heirs. One of them is literally just March 7th. I told you before, she is going to be basically important for the Amphorius story. Back then, when nobody would believe that March 7th is going to be actually important for the Amphorius story, I told you she is going to be one of the Chrysos Heirs, and she is most likely going to inherit the core flame of time, because she is so similar to Cyrene. Now we will see if she is going to inherit the core flame of time, but apparently she is going to become basically a Chrysos Heir. And I feel like the Time Titan is basically the most fitting for her, especially now that we know she is basically a daughter of remembrance. They pretty much confirmed that her true path is actually the remembrance path, and therefore I feel like the Time Titan makes a lot of sense for her. Now when it comes to the other character here we don't know about, it feels like, I don't know, there are no other characters other than basically Dan Hung and our boy Lygus. So it's obviously not going to be Lygus. Lygus is not going to be a Chrysos Heir. So it feels like it's going to be Dan Hung, because these are the only characters that are left right now on Amphorius who aren't Chrysos Heirs. So I don't know. It might be actually Dan Hung. Are we about to see 2 Chrysos Heirs who are basically not even from Amphorius to begin with? That would be hilarious. Like seriously, that would be absolutely hilarious. The thing about the core flame of time is that even though the MC did inherit the power, neither the Time Titan was actually happy about it. They just gave it to them because the time was basically being destroyed, and that would destroy Amphorius, so they just gave it to them so that the time would be stable again, and they didn't become a demigod. They didn't become a demigod. They didn't become anything, to be honest. They didn't change at all, neither in power nor in appearance. And therefore, I feel like the inheritor of the core flame of time is not the MC, but it's someone else. And that is going to be most likely March 7th. Now, when it comes to this character, obviously, as I said before, there are only 2 characters left who aren't basically demigods or basically Chrysos Heirs, and these are Lygus and Dan Hung. So we will see if Dan Hung is going to be basically another or basically a Chrysos Heirs, but that would be actually hilarious. Like, seriously, if these two are March 7th and then hung, that would be absolutely hilarious. Either way, if they do end up showing us a different character that we still didn't hear about and we still didn't see, that would be basically crazy. So we will see. But imagine if this is wealth. Imagine if this is wealth. That would be ridiculous. We know from the Nameless Faces song that the entire Express should land actually on Amphorius, even though they didn't do it until now, so it should happen in the upcoming story. And basically we will see what they are going to do with that as well. Imagine Sunday land on Amphorius and he is like, yeah, I am going to become a demigod here. That would be so fitting for him. That would be absolutely fitting for him. Either way, I think that in version 3.6 we are getting these two Unkown Chrysos Heirs, and then in version 3.7 we are going to get Cyrene. Now, is there going to be a different character with Cyrene? I don't know, because Cyrene is literally the last character that is known for us and is left for Amphorius. So we will see if they are going to show us any other characters, any other information about upcoming characters or anything like that. But for now it seems like Cyrene is going to be alone in her basically version update, which is going to be very fitting because our boy Phainon was alone as well, because the collab doesn't count as characters from Amphorius. Either way, this is my opinion about it. I would love to hear your opinion about it in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell beside it to stay notified with everything new about Honkai Star Rail. And until next time, see you as always in the next video.
The children of humankind, known as the Chrysos Heirs, shall pluck the gods' core flames and once more uphold the world. The flame chase is a journey of constant loss, among which even life itself holds little value. Therefore we cast even ourselves into the flame, only to inscribe the opening stroke in the poem of creation.
Most heroes' journeys in the universe are just dice tosses they threw on a whim. Will your answer be any different, Amphorius?
Of course, this will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?